Hi again, welcome to Vevaville, and thank you for visiting my craft channel. We have a very special episode for you today for two reasons. One, we are celebrating Earth Day with some cool rainforest dioramas made from shoeboxes and my favorite type of material, recycled scraps. As you know, Earth Day is a celebration of the world around us, the creatures, the plants, rocks, and more. And two, we have a very special guest with us today, my neighbor Augustin, who will be talking about his rainforest diorama later. He has his own YouTube channel called Biking with Augustin, so check it out. So here's my diorama. I knew it needed plants, grass, trees, rocks, and a waterfall. Then I made up everything else while I was working on it. For this project, you will need large shoebox, paintbrushes, construction paper, hot glue gun, small rocks, craft moss, Hessian or burlap, popsicle sticks, toilet paper roll, leafy branches from the garden, yarn, Play-Doh, Lego characters. You can also use pipe cleaners or maybe playmobile tape. As always, my mom will add all of these materials to the description box. So let me show you what we've done. First, I put the background lid upright to enclose the diorama. You can tape the side so it remains open, but I choose not to do this because I like the idea of being able to close it when I'm not using it. Then I painted the background different shades of green and added a blue waterfall. I'm a fan of detail, so I drew some white lines on the waterfall to make it look like it had a current. Obviously, a waterfall can't be just flowing without an end, so I made a pathway to a pool of water. You will see that I am happily swimming in there, and don't you worry, there's no electric eels in the water. Maybe some river dolphins or a turtle taking a selfie, get it? Then I glued patches of the moss to the ground. Next, we made the trees and plants with construction paper, and I glued them to the top as a canopy, not to be mistaken for a can of peas. This reminds me of a joke. Want to hear it? What did the tourists say when they entered a suspicious rainforest?
I don't know. What did the tourists say when they entered a suspicious rainforest?
This looks shady. We also found some small branches in the garden, which we used for the trees by hot gluing them to a base of Play-Doh, which was then glued to the ground. Daddy is also cutting a tree because he wants to build a fire. Daddy, remember, safety first. Then I made a trail to the house and laid rocks out to make a border around the water. Also, do you see what my mom's doing? You guessed it, she's drinking wine. Again. Next, I constructed a house out of popsicle sticks, cardboard, and foam paper for the sides. The door was made with construction paper and I drew the panel details onto it. I laid the Hessian roof on top so it looked like a hut. After everything was finished, I added dangly vines from the lid. Augustin came up with a great idea. This was my first time making a diorama, and I especially enjoyed this project because I made it with a friend. Now speaking of friends, here's my neighbor to share his diorama with you. Take it from here, neighbor.
I'm the neighbor. I'm 8 years old and I built a diorama. First, there's my dad with my baby sister. Her name is Shalome. He's on his head. This is me. My mom is doing Zoom, like the exercising stuff, with Holly Baron inside the mud hut. Under the hut on the red popsicle sticks, there is SOS. Except you can't see it because... Then they put a rock wall. Some parts I did double rock wall. Thank you for watching and check out my channel, Biking with Augustine. Bye.
Thank you again for watching Vevaville. I'd like to thank my special guest, my neighbor Augustine, for joining us today. If you have any ideas or suggestions, please feel free to add them to the comment box so we can look at some new ideas for the future. And if you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other fun crafting projects. Later, Gator!